India's Tridev executes a 50,000 crore checkmate move on the China-Bangladesh conspiracy. After the Pahalgam attack, while India was preparing a surgical response against Pakistan, another front was silently opening in the east. A retired Major General from Bangladesh made a shocking statement that not only posed a threat to northeast India but also hinted at a potential alliance with China. He suggested that if India attacked Pakistan, Bangladesh should capture India's 7 northeastern states and initiate talks with China for a joint military system. Although the Bangladeshi government distanced itself from the statement, it sent a strong signal to India that the threat now isn't just from the west, but also from the east. Today, we'll delve deep into this issue. But before we begin, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so that you are the first to get updates on every new video. Now, without further delay, let's dive into today's discussion. You should know that the timing of this statement and its strategic implications were extremely sensitive for India. This provocative stance from Bangladesh emerged at a time when it was itself undergoing internal political instability. Ever since the fall of Sheikh Hasina's government, anti-India sentiments in Bangladesh's foreign policy had become increasingly visible. China, which is already strategically active against India, now wants to strengthen its grip on India's eastern border through Bangladesh. And that was the moment when India not only recognized this threat but also devised a strategy that was not just a response, it was a masterstroke. For India, the Northeast is not just a geographical region, it is the strategic and cultural backbone of the nation. And now, when Bangladesh is inviting China into that region, it became essential for India to not only bolster its security but also make the Northeast economically so strong that no external power dares to infiltrate it. This is where India's Tridev strategy begins, an economic strike directly targeting the conspiracy of Bangladesh and China, who dream of severing the Northeast from the Indian mainland. Muhammad Yunus, advisor to Bangladesh's interim government and the very person whose statement rang alarm bells for India, made a crucial remark during his 4-day visit to China. When he referred to India's 7 northeast states as landlocked and deemed them suitable for China's economic expansion, he wasn't merely talking economics. His implication was directed at India's vulnerable choke point, known as the Siliguri corridor. This chicken neck is just 22 kilometers wide and connects the northeast to the rest of India. China has long viewed this corridor as a strategic weak spot. Now, if Bangladesh's Lalmanirhat airbase, located merely 12 to 15 kilometers from India, gets activated with Chinese support, the corridor could turn into a direct threat. To move this plan forward, Chinese officials have reportedly visited the site recently. The concern isn't just whether the airbase will be used for military purposes. The real issue is that China's presence so close to Indian territory could evolve from mere observation to a dangerous strategic maneuver. This is precisely why India is now responding not just with defense, but with development. India has devised a counter to Bangladesh's malicious intent and China's cunning strategies, and it's called economic domination. India first sent a direct message by imposing restrictions on Bangladesh's textile products, making it clear that what you say can directly impact your economy. But the bigger move came when India announced such massive investments in the Northeast that the echoes reached from Beijing to Dhaka. When Prime Minister Narendra Modi, at the Rising Northeast Investor Summit, declared that the Northeast would become the center of India's Act East policy, he essentially challenged geography itself. He made it clear that the Northeast will not just be India's gateway, but a bridge for ASEAN trade as well. And then came the names of 3 major players, now dubbed India's Tridev, Reliance, Adani, and Vedanta. Mukesh Ambani announced that Reliance would invest an additional 45,000 crore in Northeast India in the coming years. So far, Reliance has already invested 30,000 crore in the region, and now this will be expanded to 75,000 crore. Ambani stated clearly, this region will become the engine of India's digital, energy, and connectivity future. And this is not just economic, it's political and strategic too. Immediately after that, Gautam Adani stepped in. He announced that the Adani Group would invest 1 lakh crore in the Northeast over the next 10 years. This investment will span green energy, roads, power transmission, digital infrastructure, and human capital development. This is the same region that was once considered distant from India's mainstream, but Adani now calls it India's next growth engine. This wasn't merely a corporate announcement, it was a strategic statement. Third comes the Vedanta Group, which announced plans to invest 80,000 crore in the Northeast, with Assam alone accounting for 50,000 crore of that. Vedant's investments will focus primarily on oil and gas, minerals, refining, renewable energy, and data centers. This investment will not only boost the local economy but also create over 1 lakh jobs, pushing the region rapidly toward self-reliance. These three investors are bringing more than just capital, they are bringing confidence. They are showing China and Bangladesh that India will secure its Northeast not just with defense, but through economic prosperity. What's unique about India's strategy is that it is using development as a weapon that can dismantle enemy strategies without firing a single bullet. Now imagine, if the Siliguri corridor is under threat, India is not just responding with troop deployments, but by building a web of roads, creating industrial corridors, and opening gateways to international trade. This is the same Northeast that was once labeled a neglected region, but today, multinational companies are showing growing interest. This is the region India is now fortifying not just with military strength, but with economic power as well. India's strategy is not a short-term reaction, it's a long-term policy. Bangladesh has now realized that India is operating under a zero-tolerance doctrine, whether it's about terrorism, trade disruptions, or strategic encirclement. And China, too, has received the message loud and clear: India is prepared not just at the lakh, but on every front. The strongest proof of this preparedness is the 50,000 crore Tridev model, a strategy that could transform the Northeast into India's biggest startup hub.
This video has taught you something new. Do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.